Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of A Noob's Review. This is the gaming show where I bring you relatively unknown or new releases and try and provide some background information on their actual functionality as well as my overall opinion. Today we're going to be talking about Krater, a neat little game that appeared on Steam and is currently valued at $14.99. Now, the best way for me to give you a really quick description on what the game is about is to say that if you take Diablo 3 and remove a lot of the extensive clicking and add in a whole bunch of Swedes, that's right, I said Swedes, as in people who frolic about Sweden, you'll essentially get this game. Now, the storyline of this game takes place in a gigantic crater generated by nuclear warfare an indefinite time ago. I have to say this game really manages to get that post-apocalyptic environment going and really reminds me of Borderlands for any of you who have tried out that game. Alrighty. The first thing I want to talk about are the combat mechanisms in the game. Now the game creators liken this game as an RTS RPG, and I have to say that I agree. This game brings me back to a lot of the old turn-based strategy games where the combat actually involved you auto-clicking characters and having you whack at them. This game doesn't do the same thing, it actually makes the combat dynamic, but I feel like that makes it much more enjoyable because now you have to react very quickly to what your character is doing. I have to say that I enjoy this style of combat just the same as I enjoy Diablo 3, in fact maybe a little bit more, because this combat requires a lot of strategy and forethought. You don't want to accidentally waste your skills and sit on a cooldown while one of your characters is taking a beating. Another thing that I really enjoyed about the combat is that it had feeling, it had an oomph. Every time I used a spell, I felt like it wasn't wasted, even if it was wasted because I'm a horrible player. I'm going to let you listen to a short sound and video snippet so you can hear what I'm talking about. Isn't that just damn amazing? One thing I have to say real quick is that your skills are locked to your character. So if you look down on the bottom slot real quick, you'll notice that I have 3 sets of 2 skills. Each of these 2 skills is specific to a character. The 2 on the left are my warrior type class, 2 in the middle are my healer, and the 2 on the right are the engineer style class. These are not the name of the classes, these are just what they remind me of personally, and these will actually be locked to that character. You can't change them. However, I will say that you can upgrade and do stuff like that, as well as buy other characters, which I'll get into a little bit later, which make the combat more enjoyable and more customizable for you. Another thing I found hilarious about the game is the voice acting. Now obviously, I believe this company is based in Sweden, so they use a lot of Swedish voice actors. Some of them have really thick accents, and I found these accents amazing. So I'll let you have a little listen to this one, which was one of my favorites.
Nope, don't talk to that hailing Mr. Carson, or whatever he's calling himself now. He's supposed to handle all the people stuff, and I don't like him. Damn straight. That's why I'm gonna keep living until I hit the die.
LOL, what? This may have been a little bit of an extreme / unintentionally hilarious example, but the point I was trying to get across was the fact that all these voices really got me immersed in the game. They all fit their character roles so well. Some were quirky, some were very honorable, and they did a great job of doing this. And that's something you need to have in your game if you want to immerse players. So props to you guys, that was great. The next thing I'm going to show you are the character creation options in the game. Now the first thing you're going to notice is a gigantic list of characters. The one thing you may point out is the fact that a lot of them have repeating skills. So you may be wondering, why the heck would I want to buy this character if I already have one that's already been leveled up way higher? This is because you can actually completely customize your character any way you want. You can customize them for power, you can customize them for mobility or health or armor, anything like that. And that allows you to really have a unique setup and a unique squad that you can take advantage of. This is a really nice aspect of the game because I love the strategy part. You want to build the right squad for the right scenario. You don't want to run into a gigantic zombie fest with all 3 melee. That would just be horrible, horrible. You would have your brains nommed on and eaten for dinner. So, I'm glad that they included this. This really makes the game more enjoyable. The customization options, fantastic. Good job. Internet high fives all around. Alright, so, my final opinion on this game. I just clapped. I don't know if you can hear that. That's awkward. I'm not going to stop. I really enjoyed this game. I am a big fan of Diablo. I've been playing a lot of Diablo 3 recently. I suck really hard at it. I'm still in normal mode, but I will say that this game is incredibly fun. So if you're fond of the Diablo 3 series, try it out. Also, if you're fond of games that involve squad-based tactics, so some of the old school, like Fallout 1 or 2, games like that, I think you'll also enjoy this game. It's a little bit quicker, but you still have to remember strategy. You can't send your medic right up to the middle of a gigantic fight and expect him to survive. Really, really great game. Really had a lot of fun playing this. Alright, I'm going to leave you with this clip of the intro dialogue so you can get a little bit more Swedish accent into your body. My name has been Danish. I am Danish Buns. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.
When the old world died, the land we now walk upon was once known as Sweden, ruled by a tribe of diligent builders and fearless warriors. Nevertheless, the Untergang arrived. The sky and earth changed as billions died. Amongst the survivors were a stalwart band of settlers who, surrounded by death, found refuge in the verdant Krater. Their new home did not only offer fertile soil, but also treasures from the past, buried beneath. Greed and avarice lured us into opening gates that should have remained sealed. Sinister forces were drawn to our wealth, like flies to a corpse, gathering at the rim that had protected us for so long. I, for one, prayed to Saida that someone, somewhere was willing to make a stand.